Hi guys, welcome back again to another video. It's your girl Naya Sarah here again. So today's story is a very interesting story. It's a non-fictional story, so that means it's a real life story. So today's story is called Led Astray. So yeah, let's get right into it. 3 weeks into resumption of school, there was a particular class. This class had two newcomers. One of them, whose name is Christine, which is a girl, was first admitted. There were three vacant seats at the front and two vacant seats at the back, which Christine decided to sit at the back, which also wasn't a good idea. Yes, you may think, but there's nothing wrong with sitting at the back. There are some disadvantages that come with it. Teachers see those at the back as noisemakers and unserious students. The second girl came later on, and her name is Flora. Flora also decided to sit at the back. As time flied, students in that class began to see them as the black spot on the apple, the broken piece on the puzzle. They would always disobey the school rules and regulations, painting their nails, and when school closes, they would clean them off. These two girls never cared about what was going on in class, whether they had a test or not. Now, there is a part of the school's fence which has a hole. So the school's management decided to mend that hole. They called a couple of construction workers to mend the large hole on the wall. Some days before the construction workers arrived, two students were missing. Guess who those two students were? Flora and Christine. No one noticed these girls went missing cause no one cared. Due to their bad behavior like skipping class, they would go around causing mischief, hanging around with students times two of their grade. And just to inform you, these two girls were in grade 10. One of their not so close friends noticed they were missing but thought, oh, maybe they're just out skipping class again. Periods had passed, these girls were nowhere to be found. The next day came, shouting and crying was heard at the principal's office. It was Christine's mother. She was screaming, yelling and shouting. She did not return home yesterday. Where is she? Where is my daughter? I kept her in your care, but where is she now? The teachers tried to control the woman not to cause a scene. The principal of the school promised Christine's mother they would get the school security and police involved to find the whereabouts of the two girls, and immediately the principal called the school security and they swung into action. A few hours later, all the students were asked to assemble at the assembly ground. All eyes were widened, all mouths were opened in shock. Behold, it was Christine and Flora. Christine's mother could not believe who she was looking at. Slits that start from their hips down to their ankles, their cleavages wide open for all eyes to see. Christine's mother could not believe that was her sweet angel, the girl that would come home and tell her everything they learnt in school. Were they all lies? She asked herself. She was so surprised to see her only daughter in such an indecent dressing. On the other side, Flora's parents nor guardian, not even a single sibling, was nowhere in sight. Then everything began to unfold when they began to confess. A couple of days before they left school, they had planned to run away and drop out of school. Flora made everyone believe her house got burned down and so did her school uniform with it. She had also lied to everyone of how she now lives with her neighbor. Her and Christine planned and decided to live together along with some of their clothes and their phones in their bag, and took the opportunity when there wasn't a teacher in class. They sneaked through the large hole leading to outside the school and spent a night at the lodge which a friend of Flora outside school paid for. And when they tried taking a taxi to the house of that friend, a man who was informed of two girls missing recognized them and quickly raised alarm. And that was how they were caught and brought back into the school's premises. When they were brought back, these girls were asked to kneel down and thoroughly flogged, which later they were expelled. After a few weeks, Christine's parents came begging and pleading that the girl should be allowed back into school, which the school authorities later approved. But Flora refused to return back, saying school wasn't for her. She disliked school. But Christine still returned. I hope you all learnt one or two lessons from this. And we really need to keep watch of the daughters, the cousins, the nieces, and the friends that we have. If this was someone you know or a relative that was in this situation, what will you have done? What will you have said? So yeah, thank you all so much for sticking with me in this story. I would like to see the lesson that you learned down in the comment section. I'd like for you to kindly subscribe, click on the notification bell so when I post another good story like this, you'll be notified. So yeah, thanks so much. See you in the next one. Bye.